Hey, so I got a Eldrazitron. This is in the version. This is the deck where I'm testing out Sorcerer Spyglass and place a Pithing Needle in the main deck. So, it looks like opponent is playing first. All right, and they're playing Eldrazitron. So, I do not keep this hand. It's terrible. So mulligan, keep this though. I think it was a island on top, and it was that I want to make sure I hit that third mana. Uh, so I see they're on Tron, and I go for the discard. See, there's a Karn, and of course I pick Chalice. Yep. Um, Now I play Spyglass here because I'm afraid that they're going to top deck the Tron land tower and play Karn, and I do not want that. So I go ahead and do it now. I figure I got a little bit of time to try to draw a bridge. Yep. Thought Knot takes away one of my lanterns, and I am just drawing lands. Not good. I considered the whole explosives thing here, but and I'm figuring, yeah, I see what they got on top, but my only chance here is to draw bridge, and then draw a needle, or sorry, not a needle, but a whir, or another spyglass. So, sack lantern to make myself shuffle, draw extra cards with bauble. And I draw lands. I'm like, well, crap. So, game 2. I was real tempted to keep this because of the 2 baubles. I figured I'd draw into something. They keep Chalice and Tron. So, and so I end up scrying. Did I say I keep? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah. Alright, scry. I mull and scry this. I can't remember what I put on top. Oh, on the bottom. I put a opal on bottom because I already have an opal. Don't need that at all. So go for the Thoughtseize, and it's a Chalice. I asked them to reveal the hand because what you can do here is you can like right click and hide to keep track of what's left in their hand. So I draw my sideboard needle. Go ahead and I pick a explosives off of this, since I'm going to have the 3 sources I need for bridge anyways. The other choices were Island and Darkslick Shores. So, and yeah, I go ahead and I believe. Yeah, Karn is the big one here, so I go ahead and name Karn immediately. Spyglass off the top. See that there's not much. I could name Ghost Quarter, but it doesn't matter. So I name Ratchet Bomb there. In hindsight, what I should have named most likely was what he's about to draw, I believe. Yeah, Walking Ballista. As soon as he drew that and played it, I was like, oh crap, I totally named the wrong card. So now I really need to draw a whir or my other Spyglass, and I have to draw a bridge very quickly. I want to draw that lantern. I ended up seeing it off the top because of the bauble. I figure it's safe to let him draw that. And I saw that they played this, and they just put counters on this, so I figured the rest of their hand is probably just, dead stuff. And again, I was keeping track of what they had in hand. There were some unknowns, though. So I go ahead and pop that now to kill the ballista to slow down the clock. It does kill my opal, but it's okay. Now here, I mill myself because I figure between 4 were and then, what was it, 5 other mill rocks that I got in the deck, chances are I'm going to draw a mill rock that I need to mill that too, or a needle or something, and I end up drawing the were. So I go ahead and I just draw the were. I don't want to use it immediately because I also want to draw that were. And I figure I'm still pretty sure they have dead cards in hand because they haven't really played anything other than critters. So I figure I'll just take the damage, go to 1, and draw the second were to try to secure the lock. Yeah. Let him draw the spyglass. Name whatever. It doesn't. I mean, they name Shredder. I can still whir for bridge and then whir for another mill rock. I'll be okay. And they name Shredder. I'll wait for them to attack. Get the bridge. Play another bridge. Still doing really well. They ghost quarter me to try to make it so that I don't get the mana for whir, or I have to shuffle for seal. But I'm not too worried about Chalice here. Either way, I can just go get the island and then whir for a mill rock and I'm still good. And what ends up happening is I do search for my other island, and sure enough, I shuffle and I get Seal of Primordium on top again. So things are good. And they're like, what? They didn't realize that the thing automatically shuffles. So I copied and pasted for them. So real quick, I demonstrate it for them. I view my library, close it, and it automatically shuffles and puts a Pixis on top. So I reset the state to where it was, and I play this. Again, I'm not too worried about Chalice here. And I take out the Spyglass naming Shredder. The opponent decides not to play Thought Knot here. I mean, I guess either way it doesn't matter, but it does give me a little bit more options. I'm trying to hold this up as long as I can. So now I kind of want to keep this stirrings in my library, so I go ahead and whir for another mill rock, and it's for a Shredder, and so I can shuffle away that stirrings, which I want to keep there. And I draw another whir. Again, opponent chooses that they don't want to do Thought Knot. I do get a little greedy here with my mills. I mean, I could prolong it and just let them draw more dead cards, but I just kind of wanted to get it over with at this point, and I was pretty confident in my ability to do that. So I draw the Spyglass, last needle effect, named Ballista. Whir from my Pixis, because I didn't want to draw the bell and have it countered. And I get the Pixis instead of a bell because I can figure I can start exiling stuff with Pixis to get it through under Chalice, if I really need to. Really, at that point, I should have probably played Pixis, or used Pixis and put Shredder underneath it, but whatever. I let them draw the map this time. I believe I milled one before, yeah, because I forgot that they had Chalice out. But this time I'll let them draw it because I realized, yeah, they got Chalice, it'll counter it, it's fine. I almost got punished for being greedy there by, milling when I didn't have to, and they ended up having 2 Endbringers in a row. So, again, I don't want to play the whir yet, because now I want to draw that Inventor's Fair. So here, what I ended up doing is I use my bauble, draw extra card, then so I draw the Inventor's Fair during my upkeep, and then still in my upkeep I play Whir, go get a bell, and that way I can kind of control my draws a little bit. Yeah, so now I drew my decay to get rid of the chalice, and the mill speeds up much quicker because now I can get back this shredder. And they're dead anyways, I just mill and they concede. Game 3. I believe I keep this one, yeah. Because I got discard into Spyglass into Bridge, and they got a decent hand, I guess. They're going to get Tron, and they have Endbringer. So go for the discard. The only thing I can get is their other map. Getting ready for the Tron. Now here I had a choice of what I wanted to play. I could have done Thoughtseize to get rid of Endbringer immediately, but I wanted to set up for, if I could, the bridge next turn. And I was afraid that maybe they would have top decked a Karn or something. So I go for Spyglass instead. Really, my opponent messed up here. They showed me their hand instead of cracking map immediately. So technically, if it were tournament, I could have just named map and they couldn't do anything about it. But I let them do it. And of course I named Endbringer. And I'm thinking, well, I just need them to not draw like a Karn or something. Yeah. Go ahead and play the bridge. I'm not too worried about Ratchet Bomb because I have the seal. Now this guy is going to get troublesome though. And I have to do it now so they can't kill my lantern. So, I believe, I have to shuffle away this chalice because otherwise I'm not going to be able to. I really want to be able to do the stirrings into a mill rock if I can. But for now, I'm content with just using Lantern and Ruins as a lock. They accidentally revealed after their shuffle. I'll let them reshuffle. Now, they didn't realize they can pump after the attack, so I let them take that back too. And I take an extra 2 damage for it. I actually explain it to them like, hey, you can deal some more damage if you pump after the attackers are declared. So stirrings, grab a needle because I need to do that to shut down Ballista immediately. Instead of, I'm more concerned about that than trying to get my lantern back. And so they do the Ballista. I go ahead and Thoughtseize just to get the card out of my hand now. And it was actually kind of good because now Relic isn't going to stop me from getting my lantern back as well. So I get lantern back on top. I see a Karn on top and I'm like, well, crap. So I have to shuffle away the Karn. Get lantern back on top. See again, and now I know the coast is clear. I'll draw the shredder, play the shredder, and I'll have the lock. And that's game. Pretty much. I mean, now I mill myself to make sure I draw what I need. That stirrings doesn't get me a whole lot except for the bauble, but bauble will let me dig deeper. Yeah, I was concerned about the map in case that was able to get them some sort of utility land that I did not want them to have. And I'm also focusing mostly on controlling my draws. I'll let them have dead cards, but I'm controlling my draws as much as I can so that I can try to absolutely make sure the lock is set. So now I can get Spyglass, get all the information I was missing before, and name Karn. So now it's pretty set. And I'm just working. I grabbed the bell first because I can use bell to. I can mill myself if I need to, while milling them, and still get stuff back with Academy Ruins. And now I'm just going for all-out mill because the lock is pretty well set now. So they just start playing everything out of their hand for fun, I guess. They go to attack, and when they go to declare start combat, I play word for the Pixis. Yep. Yeah, and opponent concedes, but tells me to have a horrible day. Alright.